there's a lot of variety to choose from, so I'm going to go through a selection of them with their pros and cons. So one of the best ones to use as a beginner is the core wool. And the reason for that is because it's inexpensive and it's usually used for the core of your project. So rather than using another more expensive wool or a coloured wool, you would use a core wool to build up the shape, and then you can use other wools on top for that final detailing. Core wool is coarser and it's fast felting, and you would usually find this with mixed sheep breeds, Romney, Corriedale and Lincoln. Another really good option as a beginner is the Corriedale wool, and that is usually medium to fine, slightly coarse, but it's great for beginners because of that kind of slightly coarseness, that medium range there. So it's great for felting, and it's often dyed in a whole wide range of colours. Then there is Romney. So this is long wool, medium texture. It's a bit more coarse and springy. So it's good for core or textured surfaces, but not so great for that lovely smooth finish. Then there is Shetland. So this is slightly coarse and it felts really well. It's great for that realistic animal coat effect and projects that need that more wiry look. So for example, like a fur on an animal. So Shetland wool is great for that. Then we have alpaca or llama. It's not actually technically a wool, it's a fibre. So this is usually very fine and silky. It's quite slow to felt though, so it's not so great for sculpturing or that kind of starter wool. This is far more for that surface detailing. You may also hear the terms batting and roving in needle felting. So when they say batting, that means it's a sheet of carded wool with fibres going in multiple directions. So batting is really good because it felts faster, it's easier to shape because those fibres can kind of mesh together, and it's really great for sculptural and 3D work. And roving, also known as top, is combined wool fibres and they are aligned in one direction. So this is good for smooth layers and surface colours. It felts more slowly than batting. So batting is great for sculpting and roving is good for that decorative top layer. You do tend to see roving more readily available in shops there, and it does come in different colours, but usually you want to use that for the top layer, the top coat there, and the batting underneath as that kind of sculpting. You can also get things like coarse wool locks, which is usually found in Lincoln and Wensleydale wool. So this is really great if you want to get that curly mane or textured coat. So if you're making more realistic looking animals in your felting, that can be really great to make that effect. So just a little recap here. So the wools that I normally would recommend for beginners is the core wool for that base, that sculpting, and the Corriedale as well can be great at that. And I would use the roving wool to get the lovely smoother coloured wool over the top to get that kind of finishing coat layer.